I just found an open source project that I was using, well, not really using, but I found that one of installation command is outdated over there. It's a very small fix, and up until this point I haven't really bothered about these kind of things. But today I'm thinking of going an extra mile, bending my back backwards or something like that they say, to fix this. So what I just did was I cloned the repo, the project. So I went over here. I'm using GH as my what you called tool to clone it. So I just use this command. I pasted it over here in my terminal. So I have the project over here in my directory. So I am in the master branch. Of course, I want to send a pull request fixing that issue. So what I should do is I should make another branch. So if I am correct, another command should be git branch name should be fix readme. Okay, get check out fix readme. Well, that worked. Now in this branch I will be opening my VS Code editor, and let's go to readme. Where is the readme? Here it is. I wanted to fix this issue. You don't need to install cask anymore, so you just need to say brew install linear. So let's commit. What I usually do is I either open the terminal, built-in terminal over here, and I do the git status and get def. Okay, looks good. Or what I do is I press command G. I should have turned on my keycaster, my bad. Okay, so here is the keycaster that will show you the keys that I'm pressing. So what I usually do is I press command J, do all that over here in the built-in terminal of VS Code. Or what I do is sometimes I press command G and go over here. Over here I see in this visual difference in this view, I see what's the difference, and I just do commit over here, write the message, say fix readme. And what I did over here is update installation command. This is my commit. I press command and enter, and commit is done. And what I do is git push. Can I push? Git push. Since I just created this branch and I'm just trying to push it to the GitHub, to this particular repo. So I have the, let's say, repo over here, git remote -v. So the remote is over here, this repository. I don't have any access to this. So can I push it? I'm not sure. Let's try pushing it. I will be getting an error. So the first error is not permission related. It's simply git related. It says you want to push, right? But where do you want me to push this code? Do you want me to push to the same branch? If you want me to do that, you need to do something like this. So this command says git push. So for the first time, you need to set an upstream called origin, and you need to give me a branch name. This is a pretty standard default thing that you need to do once and forget it. So git push set upstream origin fix readme. Enter. Denied. Okay, we need to go through a long route. Let's see how others have done in the past. You should be able to open branches, right? Otherwise, how would you do a PR? Active, stale, or branches? So there aren't any branches. Let's see pull request. So yeah, looks like he did a fork. Okay, so this is where we need to learn about forking. Can you see over here? There is this person. He forked. It's like clone. Fork is like a clone. He forked the original repo and created his own clone, his own forked repo, and where he did his changes because he has the access to his fork. Once he made all those changes in his fork, he then simply pushed the commit to his fork, and from his fork he was able to send a PR to the original. So let me show you what I mean. Let's go back to this repository. So what I need to do is, where is fork? Yeah, here is the fork. So where should we fork linear? Let's fork it over here. It means all this is in vain. I need to do it again. So I'll have to trash this folder, start from scratch. Anyways, doesn't matter. So I just forked the repo. So you can see I have this person's repo under me. I have full access to this particular repository, but this also has a backdoor, sort of like a backdoor to the original person's repository. So as you can see over here in the link. So what I will do is I will now copy my repository. It should take a while. Come on, and we're done. Now let's do ls cd linear. Yeah, I could write now, since I'm in my own master branch, I could do it, but let's follow some standard practice. Git branch fix, come on, readme, git check app. There's a shortcut to do this in one step. Code, VS Code. Here it is. Let's just remove this. I'm using shortcuts. I'm using this Z shell. I'm really conscious about my pronunciation of the word. The words starting from Z, because we are taught to say Z instead of Z. It just messes with my head. So Z shell, Z. In this shell, you have a ton of aliases. So as you can see, a lot of aliases for Git. So I just use some of them. That's that. Okay, let's go through the UI. That would be much simpler. Fix readme, update installation command. Update installation command. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Command enter, and then push. I don't know if you can push through the UI. Can you? I think you can. Yeah, you have the option over here. Git push has no upstream branch. Would you like to publish this branch? Okay, yeah. Origin. Where do you want to push? I want to push over here because I don't have access over here, obviously. So let's push it over here, and maybe you can send pull request. I don't have. No, please. I think we are done. Let's go to my repository over here. So you can say this branch is even with what you called the source repository. So you can see over here, I just pushed my branch over here and says compare and pull request automatically, because that would be a reasonable next step. So you can see over here, here is the fun part. So I want to merge my fix readme branch from my repository to the master branch of original repository of the original owner. So I would say homebrew cask option is deprecated. And how would I know that? Is because I have encountered this error in the past. So homebrew cask option not recognized. Wow, this was like 6 years ago. And this repository is also 6 years ago. So as of 2021, the answer to this question for me, that was, yeah, this also works. What is cask after all? I don't know. Now this is getting complex by the minute. So, but let's just simplify it. Cask used to be a thing, but it's not anymore. What is brew cask? It's an extension to brew that allows management of GUI applications. Okay, there's another Stack Exchange, but cask is deprecated, and you can simply install using brew. Brew is the core. Cask is an extension that allows GUI related things. It's for graphical softwares, but yeah, I think cask is sort of outdated. The homebrew cask option is sort of deprecated, and you can simply install GUI packages with brew command directly. So that is a simple with the brew command directly. So let's see how things goes. Hopefully I would be able to, hopefully this gets merged and my first open source contribution comes to life. It's a small fix, nothing fancy, but I thought I would bring you guys along the process. and show you how it could be. I would bring you guys along this and show you how this is done, because I kind of always wanted to do this but never really manned up to do this. So there's that, a one-liner, a one-word fix, but this gets my foot into the door. And once, let's say if this is accepted, so say the maintainer, the contributors who have access to the original repo, if they deem this pull request as a fit, they will look into it and they will accept it. And after that, what would happen is essentially my name would be over here, I guess, not so sure, I guess. And I might be allowed, my commit will be mixed, and I think I would be a contributor. Let's see if there is any other thing that would happen, then I would update it over here.